members of the Presidency, authorities, distinguished guests. Let me begin by expressing my deep gratitude to the BBVA Foundation and to the selection jury. It's both humbling and energizing to share recognition as a BBVA Foundation laureate with the incredibly distinguished past and present recipients. In the sweep of history, there are a few points when trajectories change and the shape of the future is determined. The late 20th and early 21st century are surely a global inflection point as increasingly numerous and capable humans and human societies confront intrinsic limits to the Earth and its ability to absorb the consequences of our activities. The needed inflection is clear. We need to stop using the atmosphere as a waste dump, and we need to craft a new partnership with nature, building long-term wealth based on understanding and respecting the Earth's functions, possibilities, and limits. Understanding the controls on Earth's climate is one of the scientific triumphs of our era. The basics are well established, but the system is complex. The aspects that fascinate me are the processes that can amplify or suppress the initial changes. A system this complex demands a highly integrated approach. That's why I've invested so much in the discipline of global ecology, and it benefits tremendously from careful scientific assessments, especially those of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or the IPCC. For more than 10 years, I've had the privilege of helping coordinate the work of the IPCC. Fittingly, I was at an IPCC meeting when I received the call from Bjorn Stevens and the BBVA Foundation jury. As always at important meetings, I had my phone muted in my briefcase. It was a bad decision. So Bjorn made contact with me by calling a colleague in the intense atmosphere of the IPCC meeting with a borrowed phone. Getting me to understand what was happening was chaotic, slow, and really funny. At the IPCC meeting, it was humbling to realize that any of the other participants might appropriately be recognized with the award, noting that most might contemplate whether he or she deserved it at least as much as me, added a twist of irony. But it also brought me quickly back to the recognition that even though the practice of science is often solitary, the advance of science is always the product of a large community. Personally, I've had the great good fortune of working in a community that's wise, supportive, and generous. My parents deserve credit for always encouraging me to pursue the objectives I consider most important. My son Russell and daughter Teresa, who's here, cheerfully tolerated the strange hours, weird travel, and bohemian lifestyle. Throughout my career, I've had the wonderful privilege of working with colleagues who paved the road to the future and showed me where the road is headed. Paul Ehrlich, with whom it's a wonderful privilege to share this occasion, and Hal Mooney especially inspired me to think about science as a human as well as a technical endeavor. I've also been inspired by many students, postdocs, and young colleagues, people whose brilliance transforms half-baked ideas into important results. And most important, my wife, Nona, has shared and shaped my entire scientific venture. It's fabulous to be able to discuss every step and every decision with a colleague who's smart, an integrator attuned to moral and ethical issues. The BBVA Foundation Frontiers of Knowledge Award should really have all their names inscribed alongside mine. Thank you very much.